Here we go. Set. And over.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Five.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Wahoo!
45. Mike, 45.
Hey, go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Buddy up. 51, 951.
3 bucks.
25. Check, put it in.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
2nd and 6. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Watch the whip.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mike 51. 6 man.
Now King looking to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. King now, operating from the gun. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. King. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the option. 46 yards on the ground. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go, go. Go. Mike 59. Mike 59. Hurry. Get it.
To Johnson again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch 88.
3rd and goal, option right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Check, 59.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Ready.
They snap it to Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 61 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Protein spill.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Space to maneuver at the 40. The left side completion to Jones. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Check.
Here's King to throw on second down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to go for a big play. That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Tannehill now running the option to the right side. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
70, Indy.
Johnson running right. A big run there by Johnson, 55 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that. When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Hey, you.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Check 4.
80 weapons. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Bam, bam. Shoot.
Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Here we go.
Yo, yo, yo. Go. Go.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
5.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. King. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 3. Hey, check 12. Check 24.
Back to throw. King. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Safety creep. Switch. Wide. Get wide. Shoot. Hey.
Looking to throw. King. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
King operating from the gun. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
On first down, Tannehill. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the Eagles out in front early. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Watch twist.
Tannehill now, the option left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Go now. AP Gator.
Quick talk.
Hey, Irvin.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Yo. 45. Mike, 45. Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Go. Switch. Alert flare. What? Hey, off. Switch gears.
Now King. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check tight, check tight.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will... Set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
King now on first and 10. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We got this.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yep.
They go to Johnson again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 8-3. Hey, Charlie.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Check pass, check pass.
Come on.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, ready. 50, plant.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Get it.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Undercrush.
General West.
Undercrush.
Hit it.
To throw is Tannehill. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
You ain't going nowhere. 35's the Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Chance. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
35.
Operating from the gun, King. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Go.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Bravo. Snap.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Again, it's Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
35's the mic. You don't want to.
From the gun, King. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Ready.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let him know.
Now Lewis. Being chased out left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's King, operating from the gun. Wide open receiver, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field.
Mike 35, Mike 35. I'm coming. Yo, finds the mic.
Check Mike, check Mike.
To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. There goes a deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they are able to cut into that lead. Back to throw. King. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45.
Watch the curve. 45, 45. Go.
Here's Tannehill. That one taken in by the former Bruin, Jordan Lasley. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
You don't want it.
Hey.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Here we go. 45.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
132 fighter. Now. Motion. Hey, rock it. Rock. Ready?
Tannehill. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off.
Hey, one set. Check right, give me some good.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
51's the mic. It's just me and you.
2nd and 4. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 18, Gator. Hey, Haywood. 26.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And 2 stop. Go.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Switch.
Be driven.
Now Johnson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle it. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
the slap. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Slide. No.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.